Alright, it's time for another week. ZTGD Radio. This is episode 844 for May 5th, 2025. We're recording this on May the 4th be with you, by the way.
That's right.
Oh my God, I forgot. May the 4th be with you. Oh my God, it's so terrible of me.
Well, when this goes live, we'll do the Revenge of the 5th. So.
Yep. That's always fun.
Y'all are fucking nerds. Stop making extra days for Star Wars. What are you doing?
There was a year Mark Hamill did that on Twix. I don't remember where he stopped, but like he did the 4th, 5th, 6th. Like I think he just went up to the number that they were, like might have been 9 of the movies that they were, up to the 9th. I can't remember. But yeah, he had like funny names for all of it.
Star Wars people are weird.
There's very few sentences that are worse to see than this title update or this system updated while you were in rest mode.
Oh shit. Yeah. What'd you break?
Right.
It's Assassin's Creed, but luckily their auto saves are pretty aggressive. So
that cross save is fucking perfect too, by the way, because I was testing back and forth between consoles. That thing is just
nice.
That thing is perfect. Like it just picks right up.
Nice.
Yeah, that is nice. I've been tweaking a lot of that lately with like the cross stuff on Indiana Jones. Basically, it just gives you like all the trophies or whatever. And the same with Forza. Like it just gives you the trophies, I guess. But I ain't starting Forza over again. I got like 30 hours in that game. Like just for it to look better when I'm not moving. No, I'm good.
Yeah, I got to tell you, it's switching back and forth between Assassin's Creed and Kingdom Come is a culture shock.
Yeah, those are two very different games.
Super different, and also the controls are like they have the similar mechanics in that, like, oh, you can call your horse, you can pick this up, you can do this or whatever on completely different buttons. Mm-hmm. So it's like I have to relearn every time I pick it up.
That's why I initially put down Kingdom Come 2, because I was playing it, but then I had to start reviewing Assassin's Creed, and it was fucking me up because it was so different. And I was like, nope, I just got to stop because each game was messing me up. So I just had to stop. But I totally understand.
I'd have been the same way. I'd have put Kingdom Come down until I finished reviewing this. This is, I just I don't get a whole lot of time to play on my actual console right now because we got so much stuff going on. So I was like, well, I probably better play Assassin's Creed while I've got time.
Yeah. So the problem I have with like these bigger games, because I'm doing the same thing with Clair Obscur, is like you go to play it and it's so big that like even if you play for an hour and a half, you feel like, man, I didn't really do much, did I?
Yup.
Yeah, I'll say, I mean, we're kind of just jumping right in here, but
I'll say whatever.
For Kingdom Come, there's some good quests that you can kind of do. They do a good job of breaking up the quests into smaller pieces. So if you can only play for an hour, you can at least get part of something done, which is nice.
Yeah. Like I've been wombat busy this week. So like my talking about games is going to be like very, very little. But yeah, I jumped into Clair Obscur, I think it was Saturday night, because I was like, I finally have some time, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to play. I played through one dungeon. Like that's all I was able to complete in the time I had. I'm just like, Jesus.
Yeah. Adulting. Man.
Yeah. I did finish Act 1 though, and we were talking about it. I'm not going to spoil anything. God damn. And people have said that about the end of every act of that game. I guess there's 3? I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen that too on Twix and stuff. Like people are like, this changed my life or whatever. Like
like this changed the dynamic of the game. Like some shit went down. I'm like, oh, okay. And it definitely at the end of Act 1, I was like, dude, make sure you got your controller in your hand so you can hit the right stick, because otherwise it will go to sleep. That is a long cutscene.
Gotcha.
There's a lot of shit going down at the end of Act 1. I was like, God damn. Okay, so that shit. Like, that's me the whole time I'm watching it.
Damn, yeah, I'm excited. And that's what we were talking. Like I'm close. I'm close to the end of it. Actually, I think I'm on the last dungeon.
I swear to Christ, though, SK is like I love that character. From the minute I met him, when you walk in the cave and he's like, "Hello, friends."
Yeah, I do like his voice.
Yeah, and he's so like innocent, character. Like friends stole my rock.
You're like, oh, well, let me go get it.
And then when you're fighting him, he's like yelling from the hall. He's like, "You took it, Francois."
Yes, that one.
It's so good.
That game is it's really good. Like they blend so much stuff together. It's and what helps it is the voice work. Like I don't think I've had or heard like a character where I'm like, damn, that voice just sucks. Like everything is just really good. The music is great. Like, oh my god.
Oh man, I love the music.
The soundtrack.
Like the different battle themes for the different characters. Like when you fight a shop owner, like the music that plays.
Oh yeah, the little yeah, yep.
Yeah, because that's a cool aspect of this game is like when you get to a shop, like they've got the items, but there's one item that's hidden unless you can beat the shop owner.
Yep, you got to fight them to get it. Yeah,
and like the music that plays during that fight is awesome, and like the music that plays during the mime fights are awesome.
Mime fights.
Oh,
yep, I love the mime fight music.
Oh man, that game was so good. And like it didn't take long before the discourse went to, oh, this isn't really that great. Like what are you talking about? Why are you so miserable?
Right. And that's why I guess what I just don't understand. Like and I said this on Twix or something, like you can like a thing without, dissing another thing. Like I mean, like I don't know. Like because everybody's like, well, why are they praising this as the JRPG that did whatever when Metaphor Fantasio just came out and I thought that was the blah blah blah. Well, what the fuck? They both can be great.
Yeah,
like
Metaphor didn't click with me, but like I still recognize that it's a great game.
Mm-hmm.
And then like Clair Obscur just really clicked with me. I'm like, this is also a really great game.
People only have enough room in their hearts for one.
I guess. But they'll hate that one eventually too. That's fine.
They will, yeah.
Oh, all right. I guess we could get back to the normal flow of the show. Do you have other things, Terrence, that you want to talk about besides Clair Obscur?
Yeah. I mean, I played some Fortnite because the new season started. I mean, I'm just gonna talk briefly. And it's all Star Wars related. This season, like the Battle Pass, Star Wars related, and then they did a bunch of stuff for May 4th.
Is that where that picture came from of the Emperor with a machine gun?
Yes, yeah, that's where that's from. Because he's the level 100 skin, so you got to finish the Battle Pass to get him.
Jesus
I think
Christ.
that Darth Vader was on there like 2 Battle Passes ago, which I missed getting Vader. But they premiered the first 2 episodes of Tales of the Underworld in Fortnite, which was really neat. So like you load into the game, you pick your character, you load in, and they have this like setup at like Mos Eisley, and there's like this theater room, and all of it's Star Wars themed. There's stormtroopers walking around, and there's like this like play area where you can go down, and they have stormtroopers spawning, and they have a whole bunch of different Star Wars weapons, including lightsabers, and people can go on there and just fuck up some stormtroopers and build up a combo and whatever. Or you can, and the show is like playing on the giant screen and then like all these little screens, so like you can still hear it or whatever and see it. But if you want, you could just go and sit in the chair and then like watch the show in full screen, the first 2 episodes, which was really neat. And it was really good too. It's gonna be on Disney Plus. It starts off with, actually I think that might just be the whole show, it's Quinlan Vos and Asajj Ventress. And if you're,
I mean, you could have made up those words and I'd have believed you.
I know. Well, that's what I was going to say. If you're a certain type of Star Wars fan,
he's using finger quotes.
Names.
If you're a certain,
I am. Well, see, I think I qualify as that, so it's not necessarily a like a diss because I knew who these characters were. But like what I mean is if you were of a certain age, I should say, where you have experienced the extended universe before they destroyed it, in all the golden years that we had at Star Wars, that the stuff that wasn't necessarily on the screen, that's where I think Asajj Ventress has been in Clone Wars and stuff, since. I don't think she's been in a movie yet, but Quinlan Vos has not. But he's a big deal, and so we finally get to really see him. I think he was in the Clone Wars cartoon, but this kind of puts him in basically canon now since Disney rewrote it. So now he actually, really exists, I guess. Whatever. But anyway, that episode was cool. And then the whole Fortnite thing, they all have, they took out the normal weapons for, I don't know how long, but all the weapons are Star Wars blasters. So there's the different kind of blasters you've seen on the shows and movies and stuff. And there's shotgun variants and sniper rifle variants and stuff, which is kind of neat. So they kind of just went all in with Star Wars, which is cool. Marvel Rivals, of course, played some of that. Played some Crime Scene Cleaner, which is, I don't know, that game. So it ends up being very chill, which is weird because you're literally cleaning up murders.
All right.
But Power Wash Simulator, because there's music that's playing, and it's usually some sort of classical or jazz music, which is totally my thing. And you're just mopping up blood and cleaning up bodies because the mob done whacked this guy or his wife and his lover and stuff. And it's because there's a story to it, like I said, and you'll find evidence because you got to collect the evidence, stuff that's left behind, like cell phones and different stuff, and the dude quips and different information when he picks the stuff up, and you get more insight. I don't know. I like it. It actually ended up it's pretty. I'm gonna end up finishing it, I think, because I really played it just because I was curious, because you was like, you can't move the mop, and I was like, there's no fucking way.
I feel like I'm having deja vu here. We had this conversation last week.
We did, but I'm still playing it. So, yeah. So, the other, I don't know. Did I talk about this last week? I don't think I did. I did talk about Keyboard last week because that.
No, we didn't talk about Keyboard, did we? I don't remember talking about Keyboard. I think it was embargoed.
Okay, all right. I thought it was that.
I think you're thinking of Steel Seed because they have the same cover.
Yeah, basically. So Keyboard is a roguelite, but it's a brawler roguelite, like an action brawler. So you're playing this guy who was going to prison for crimes he committed or may not have committed in this
crimes against humanity.
Basically. And you end up in this prison system, which is run by what is essentially Mojo from the X-Men. If you know, or even
if you know,
X-Men,
you know.
But Mojo is this intergalactic fucking TV producer, basically. And he kidnaps the X-Men and puts them through these horrible deathmatch stuff to, entertain folk. And that's essentially what you're doing in Keyboard is you have to fight through arenas of different opponents, humans, mechs, for a crowd. You'll hear cheers and stuff like that. And then as you finish each arena, each area, you'll get upgrades just like any other roguelite that will help that run. Once you die, of course, you lose all that, but you earn some currency. I can't remember what it's called, but some coins that you can use to augment your character again, like in any other roguelite. And then you wash, rinse, repeat. So it's not a horrible game. It actually is pretty fun. It's just janky. The combat is pretty solid. Like I said, it's melee combat. There are melee weapons you can unlock, and then there's guns as well that you can use. But it's very visceral, very violent. So I mean, you're talking slamming a guy and his head explodes, and it's very bloody, over the top type stuff. Which for me adds to the fun factor of it. But it just is, it's janky, I guess it's towing the line between acceptable jank and unacceptable jank. And sometimes it crosses over into that unacceptable. at certain points. For one, the rotating camera is because it's third person, but the rotating camera is way too loose, and even like adjusting the sensitivity doesn't. It never feels right. Like you barely, like you hit, you can want to turn it to the left, and you end up rotating your character 75 times. And you're like, what the hell? I barely touched it. Like I don't know. So it's crazy. But yeah, the combat and kind of the overtop violence kind of carry it. But yeah, like I said, it's janky, but it just kind of toes that line. I messed with Fragpunk, which finally came to console, which is basically free to play Counter-Strike with
Counter-Strike's not free to play.
I thought it was.
I did too.
Oh, it wasn't when I played it. I guess it is free to play now. Okay. You're absolutely right.
Oh.
I'm an old man. Back in my day, I had to pay for Counter-Strike.
Back in my day.
So actually, I had to pay for Half-Life is what it was. I downloaded Counter-Strike. Then I think they sold Counter-Strike later. But
I had to pay for Overwatch. What are you talking about?
I did too. Yeah, it's that type of game. So you have the two teams, you have the buy menus where you buy your guns, and then the main mode of it is where you have the one team as the attacker where they have to plant the bomb or whatever it is in this, and the other team has to stop them. You kill the team, then you win, type deal. The catch here, or the twist, is that you have at the beginning of each round they give you these cards. Each team gets 3 randomly drawn cards, which can change the dynamic of the match. And each person has a certain amount of these tokens that they can then vote on which card they want to use for the team. And however many, fill up that win, because they have varying prices from like 4 tokens to like, I think 6 is the most expensive one. But whichever ones win, then your team uses those. And they vary from maybe your bullets, the actual bullets are larger. Maybe the enemies have big heads. Maybe your team runs faster. Maybe your cooldowns are less. Shit like that. There's a whole bunch of different stuff like that. And that's really it. So it really plays like what's that one that Riot came out? Valorant. It's like Valorant. So each of the heroes have abilities. They have abilities too, just like in Valorant. So the extra added wrinkle in Fragpunk is kind of the card system that adds, tweaks every single match. But at its core, I guess it's Valorant more than Counter-Strike, because Counter-Strike, your characters don't have abilities. You're just, an army guy with a gun. So, yeah, and it's free to play. It's not bad.
How long do you think it'll last?
Oh, well, that's really the question. So I think it came out in January for PC, and it was supposed to come out console at the same time, but it didn't. So it's lasted this long. I'm going to give it to the end of the year, probably, because the console will probably give it another 6 months, I think. So I'm going to say probably by December we'll get a neon green, because it uses very like neon 90s type color scheme shit. So we'll probably get something like that, but says, the unfortunate our servers are closing.
Yeah, that's the process.
That's sad. It's really sad, but I played some more Skull and Bones because I'm not going to beat the allegations. I'm trying to. I enjoy that game. I don't know. They've changed it, and I like it. I can't talk about that yet because that's embargoed for like a couple weeks. Is that all I played? Oh no, I played V Rising on my Steam Deck, which is super neat. I wish they would bring this to Xbox. So it essentially is like Ark, but from like a Diablo's, like a top-down perspective, but you're a vampire. So you make your own vampire, and you start off in the crypt, and they kind of walk you through the tutorial where you're fighting like skeletons and stuff, and you collect wood, stone, bone, and shit like that, and then you craft shit. I'm to the point now where in the tutorial where I'm building my castle. So like once you get to the overworld, there's like these individual plots, that, you know, you can take over, claim as your own. You have to build this castle heart, which is like, you know what, which reminds me, I need to feed my castle heart. Shit. So you have to give it.
Okay. That's a sentence.
I know, right? You have to give it blood essence. As you kill the enemies in the game, you get this blood essence that you have to put into this heart, which essentially just used to claim that area as yours. And there's like a timer on it. So like last night, I think I had like 8 hours or something like that before I went to bed. Why does my thing keep blinking out? That's weird. You know, like 8 hours, I think, when I went to bed. So I got to make sure I go in there and feed it, or else you lose all the stuff that you built and then access to like that land. I basically have to find something else, and I'll probably die because the sun will hit me and kill me, because that happens because I'm a vampire. Because it has a day-night cycle. The time moves slower, which is nice because it gives you longer to do your shit. But there is a daytime where you have to hide, like in the trees and stuff if you get caught out.
The trees.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to do that.
And what's the name of this game again, Terrence?
It's called V Rising. It's on PlayStation 5.
Okay.
And it's on PC as well. I'm digging it so far. It is like I said, like Ark, so it's server based. You can play it totally by yourself, and it has a story from what I saw, and I think they just added an expansion too, which is really why I was checking it back out, because I had it for a little while but didn't actually get like into it too far. But yeah, it's pretty dope. I mean, so yeah, if it's on PS5 on the PSN thing, yeah, definitely check it out.
I don't think it's available through like Plus, is it?
Oh, is it not? I thought maybe it was when it first came out, because it's been out.
No, I'd have played it.
A year now.
It's not on there. At least I don't think
okay.
it is.
Let's look.
Okay. I thought it was.
V Rising is what it's called?
Yeah.
V Rising.
Bow.
Imagine. What else did I play?
V Rising. Let's see. It is not on PlayStation Plus.
I didn't think it was.
Okay.
Oh wait, is this the same game?
It's V. Is
I
it
don't know if this is
vampire?
the same
Looks.
game.
Yeah, I don't know.
This looks like a 3/4 view top-down game.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Oh,
it.
okay. I thought you said it was like Ark.
He just meant server.
No.
based.
Gameplay wise,
Oh,
server wise. Sorry, my apologies.
Yeah,
the perspective and everything is more like a Diablo kind of top down isometric type. Yeah, my bad.
I got you. No, yeah, it is not. It is either $40 for the standard edition on PlayStation or $54.99 for the Legacy of Castlevania edition, which includes the Legacy of Castlevania Premium Pack.
Everything is inspired by Castlevania, but we don't ever get a fucking Castlevania.
Right? Because like this, you get a costume where you can basically make your character look like Alucard. I think you get like a coffin, like Dracula's coffin. There's like decorations for your castle where you can make your castle. Like I didn't buy that pack, but yeah, I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. But yeah, it's like all. I think because you get to a point in this, your vampire can change forms, because the whole thing is like you've waken up after so long, you know, you're weakened, blah, blah, blah. But you can turn into a wolf and maybe a bat and shit. But like, I think the Castlevania pack has
a bat and shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the Castlevania pack has a skin where the wolf looks like the one from Symphony of the Night. I think I'm not 100%, but I know it has a whole bunch of extra shit on there.
Fuck, you said something there in that sentence, and I'm struggling to remember the word that you said, but you said it like Christopher Walken said the Foo Fighters on Saturday Night Live.
Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters. Welcome to Saturday night. Foo Fighters.
Oh man, I'm about to listen back because now I'm curious to what I
like
said.
You said a word that like the pronunciation was different than I expected you to say it. And I was like, oh shit, it's Christopher Walken. Foo Fighters.
Oh shit.
I also have a tattoo of two dogs doing it.
Yeah, but you messing with my boy. I don't like that. From Silvertown.
Oh,
he's a national treasure. When we lose him, it will be a very sad day in America.
Yeah, man. Oh goodness. I think that's Towerborn. I played
I
Towerborn.
played this.
It launched on. Yeah, I saw. You said you weren't. You didn't. You weren't
I'm not
it.
feeling that game. Like it feels like a mediocre beat 'em up that has an online component of people doing twists and circles and shit in the game, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't need to play this. I don't find the combat responsive enough for what it wants you to do. Like the parries and the dodge rolls don't feel great.
I got you. I don't know. I guess I respectfully disagree. I think it feels
that's fine.
It feels fine. Like I kind of dig it. Like I do understand what you're saying, because it's not as fast as the typical, Streets of Rage, or even that Power Rangers game, or the Turtles one, the Shredder's Revenge. It is slower, and the more you play it, the more you realize, especially once you fight some of the bosses, why that is. Because I think that's why, because I had it on PC for a while, but even I didn't really, because I think something about it, I was like, yeah. But then it, launched on Xbox, and I was like, oh, well, let me check it out. And I don't know, the more you play it, the more the slower combat makes sense. Because I don't know what weapon you were using, but I will say the daggers feel like normal beat 'em ups as far as speed wise. They're very fast. I use the the flame cannon. I can't think of what it's called. And it's slow. Like it's like heavy swings, or like, cause it's like this gigantic club. So you're, really whipping it around you. Like, and it's not going fast. Like all the hits that I use are slow. And then the fist weapons I didn't use at all, but the sword and shield, it's not as fast as some of the other stuff. But
I just didn't like the response time to the dodge roll and the parry. Like the speed of the combat doesn't bother me, because I'm okay with slower combat. But like when you get to that first like boss of the first tutorial level, and it's like, well, you need to dodge or parry or whatever, it didn't feel as responsive as I thought it should have.
I got you. And that maybe that's something that they're gonna fix, because this is not even the 1.0 release.
No, that's the other thing that was driving me crazy. It was like, oh, cool, another game preview. Fuck off.
Yeah, everything comes out in game preview now, which is crazy, because it's been in, quote unquote game preview, or early access as it's called on Steam. It's been on there for almost a year. So I don't know, but I mean, then again, you have shit that's in early access on Steam that's been there since 2013, which is crazy. But
that's not early access. That's just, we're never going to finish this fucking game.
That's what what is it, Project Zomboid or something like that? That bitch has been in early access since 2013. It's like, what the fuck?
Like, shit or get off the pot at this point. Like,
right.
Finish your game.
And y'all still selling it. Like, I don't understand, but that's okay.
Join us in the developer's adventure. Bitch, I had a kid in that time, and he is in grade school.
Right. Shit's crazy.
That's not an adventure. That's a lifetime.
That is definitely what that is. I think that's it. That I have played that I can talk about right now. Yeah, that's it.
All right, Wombat, what you got?
All right. Well, not much.
Cool.
We've been busy as hell, and the month only gets more busy because we leave for vacation at the end of the month. So it's always a scramble to make sure we get everything done.
Yeah, you got to get on the runway for your private jet and head off to the Hamptons. I understand.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
Summer house.
That's right.
Don't forget
you never invited us out there? Man. Oh, yeah, you got to take that fancy grass.
You got to take the fancy grass with you.
All right. I have a reputation to uphold. So.
You don't want to be seen with vagrants like us. What are you talking about?
Right. We can't let the pores up here.
They don't know that I have friends who don't have private jets.
So. Fucking peasants. What are you doing?
So we've been super busy. So I've been let me just say I'll be glad when my son's school is done with for the year.
That's getting close, right? When's his last day?
Like 2 weeks left or something like that. 2.5 weeks. So what I have played, I played a little bit more Assassin's Creed. I the what do you call it? Circumstances have required me to start moving through this thing a little faster. Um, Also, I've finished most of the other like assassination circles, so it's like, okay, man, it's time to start moving on to the main shit and quit messing around. Um, so I'm now making my way trying to kill the primary assassination targets 50 hours into the game. Um, and like I mentioned, it's a tough transition to go back and forth between it and Kingdom Come Deliverance, which is the other game that I've been playing, because KCD is much more realistic and slower moving and deliberate. In this game, it's like I'm a giant samurai who can knock down doors and who's walking around right now wearing clothes that make him look like a demon that's actually on fire. Um, and in KCD, I'm like, oh shit, I got jumped by 3 bandits that aren't even wearing armor. Am I going to be able to survive this?
Yep.
So it's a transition. I'm continuing to enjoy the story in Assassin's Creed. My problem is I have such frequent breaks between playing it that I sometimes forget because there's so many fucking people.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
and it's like I don't remember who this is. Or like sometimes I have to stop in the middle of an assassination target, and it's like I forget why this is happening. And then the game does something, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, that's why. So I think I'm kind of doing myself a little bit of a disservice. But it is what it is for at least the next month and a half, probably. So I'm making my way through that. I am, as I mentioned, playing Kingdom Come. It's strange because I find myself that I started that for 2 reasons, 3 reasons, I guess. One is I finished the game I was playing, and so I needed something else to play on the Steam Deck when I just had extra time or when I was, on lunch break from work or something like that. Secondly, because I've had it forever and I have wanted to get back to it forever because I played it originally when it was on Game Pass way back in the day, but didn't only made it probably 2 hours into the game and had always wanted to go back to it, never had. And three, because when the second one came out, I really wanted to play the second one, but I'm like, I don't want to play the second one without playing the first one first. So I decided it would be my side game while I was making my way through Assassin's Creed. And it's uh, quickly become my primary game, not my side game. Because even when I feel like I have like a spare moment where I could play Assassin's Creed on the console, I'm like, nah, let's play a little bit more Kingdom Come. It's a game that's perfectly in my sweet spot. So I'm really, really enjoying it. The side quests in that game are very, very good. Very fun. There's a lot of there's some side characters as well that are really good. And the complete edition comes with all the DLC, which is I think I paid like $6 for the complete edition. And there's some really good DLC in there, including a DLC where you basically have your own village to run. And that involves making sure that there's money to pay for all the stuff that the village needs and, recruiting people to work in your village and all that stuff. And it adds a ton to the game, actually. So I'm running around completing side quests, completing main quests. I think I'm probably, I don't know, halfway through the story, maybe 60% of the way through the story. And I've got, a whole bunch of side quests to do still. It's some really fun side quests too with some neat characters. There's a nobleman character that you meet early in the game who's a big ass to you at the beginning of the game, but you basically gradually become friends with him. And he's got some really fun side quests. He's kind of what you expect. He's a young, troublemaking noble who is basically just waiting until he's of age so that he can take over this area. And he gets himself into a whole lot of trouble that Henry generally has to try to get him out of. So it's a fun little side story in that game. But yeah, I have really, really enjoyed my time with it. So and I think that's it.
All right. Well, I wish I could tell you that I did a lot of stuff, but like you, I am stupid busy. We're listing our house this week to sell, and I've been trying to figure out where we're gonna go. So I spend most of my time cleaning, fixing things, getting things set up, preparing for our glamour shots, because you gotta hide everything. Put your glamour shots up on the web.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the stuff I play, like we talked about Expedition 33. That's kind of like the new game that I've been playing the most of. I did not even, like I was telling Terrence, I didn't even redeem my indie games. They're still sitting in my inbox, so I haven't even touched those yet. I played a lot of Rock Band because it's a really good game to like just relax after working all day, just play some jams and move on. And then I've been trying to continuously.
Can I ask you a question about Rock Band?
Yeah.
Have you tried? I've heard that it's actually pretty easy to put custom songs on Rock Band 3. Have you tried that ever?
Oh no, I've never done that on Rock Band 3 because that's just 360 and PS3, right?
Yeah, 360. The 360 version I've heard is actually pretty simple to put custom songs on. I just didn't know if you had tried that. I'm gonna give it a try at some point. I mean, my Xbox 360 is a Rock Band machine and nothing else anyway these days. So I'm gonna see how to do it. I'll let you know how easy it is.
Yeah, my biggest problem with that is that I don't have a 360 working guitar.
Oh yeah, see, I've still got a wired guitar, a wireless guitar, and my wired drums for the 360.
I'm envious of you.
This is why I never upgraded to Rock Band 4 because none of that shit works on Rock Band 4.
Yeah.
So I stick with. I don't even own Rock Band 3 yet. I got to find a disc copy of Rock Band 3 first, which shouldn't be hard. I
have one, but yeah, it's out there.
I heard you need in order to do the custom songs. I heard you need the original version of Rock Band 3, which has the MTV Games logo, not the one that has the Mad Catz logo.
Gotcha.
So I have to see if I can find one of those. But I would like to be able to have, and all those store is dead, right? So you can't
it's
buy any of those games anymore. And none of my instruments work on Rock Band 4, and they don't make they don't make the full band instruments for Rock Band 4 anyway. So
no.
So yeah, I figure I might as well try and see if I can get this custom song thing working.
Yeah, if you can get it working, that's.
I'll let you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it sucks because like there's a lot of companies now making guitars again, but the Xbox 360 tech is proprietary and nobody's going to touch it.
Right. Yeah, and the frustrating thing is there's a lot of companies making guitars again, right? But there's nobody making any of the rest of the instruments.
No, I don't think there's a market for the drums anymore, which is crazy to me.
Yeah, and I don't. I've tried like Clone Hero and what's the other one? Yarg.
Yarg, yeah.
But generally they don't have pitched vocals, and that's one of my favorite parts of it. So it kind of it's just guitar at that point, which is fine for some people. I know, Ken, that's the way you like
Yeah,
to play
that's
it,
the only way I play it. Yep.
But I prefer to have my wife and son both prefer the drums, and I like to play guitar, but I also like the vocals. So it only the only way for me to do that really is to find a way to extend the life of Rock Band on the 360. So I'll let you know. Anyway, back to your Fondler.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like if you get it working, let me know. And like I almost guarantee you that my Rock Band 3 disc is the MTV one because I'm pretty sure it's the one I bought at launch.
Oh, nice.
So I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But
well,
yeah,
I'm gonna be at. If I can't find one, I'll let you know.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, because I don't think I'm ever going to be able to mess with it, and I'm kind of into Rock Band 4, and like, if Rock Band 4 ever dies, I will probably move to Clone Hero just because, I mean, all I need is guitar.
Right.
So I should be able to get something set up. But yeah, I still buy songs. Like, the store's still there. You can still buy them. They don't put anything new up there, but you know, you can still go buy some stuff. So yeah, I just still play that. Still play it all the time. It's a lot of fun. It's sad, like, because you know that game was built to taunt your friends, and like the leaderboard comes up, it's like nobody's here. It's just me. It's just me. But yeah, tell Brian that next time we talk to him, like I've smashed all of his scores. So step up your game.
All right, I'll let him know. Step up your game.
Step up your game, even though you don't play the fucking game anymore. But it's fine. So yeah, I'm trying to like Stadium. I really am. I don't know if I do or not. It's broken right now in the matchmaking because I'm in games where, man, these people just bought this game or something. Like what? Like,
got you.
They are so bad, so bad. And
is
like,
it bots? You think maybe they're using bots since it's a new mode? Maybe people aren't gravitating toward like that.
No, dude, this thing is insta queue.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like I'm having to wait in regular comp to queue up, and in Stadium it's like 2 seconds, boom, queued up.
Got you. Okay, so now people playing it.
People are
all right.
playing the shit out of this thing, and I think it's because it's new. But like every time I play it, I'm just like, man, I don't. My biggest beef with it is that it's so long.
Yeah, that's how Valorant. That's why I stopped with Valorant because it had 7 rounds and it takes forever.
Yeah, it's 7 rounds in Stadium, and like the armory phase is like a minute, and like.
Yep.
Jesus Christ, it's so long to play a game. And what sucks even worse is like if somebody leaves, like you're stuck in this game, or if like you're stuck with bad players, you're stuck for that whole 7 rounds with bad players. Like it's just I don't know, man. Like some of the builds are cool, and then like some of it's like, well, you've got this perk that's 5%, weapon damage. Then you've got this other perk that's 5% weapon damage plus 5% lifesteal. I'm like, do we really need like separate perks? Like, can we just like upgrade the other perk? Like, I don't know. Actually, it seems like a lot. There's like 20 powers per character, and at the most, if you go 7 rounds, you'll use 4 of them.
Damn.
Like,
I didn't realize they put that many options. I still haven't installed it to mess with that, but yeah, I didn't realize they had that many.
Yeah, like
I thought it was only like 4.
So there's the way they break it down is like you've got your ability section, you've got your power section, and you've got your survivability section, and then you've got your special powers. And the special powers, you get 1 for the first 3 rounds. You only get 1, and there's like 20 to choose from. And then when you hit like round 4, you get a second one, and then when you hit round 5 and 7, you get the third and fourth one. And like I've been in one game that's went 7 rounds. Like the rest of them they usually end after 4 or 5. And like I'm going through these powers, and I'm like, okay, out of 20, maybe 5 of them are cool. and the rest of them are just kind of like, that's fine.
Yeah.
So like, I don't understand. I haven't found a character where I have to pick and choose what I'm going to pick as far as powers go, because there's only like 3 or 4 of them that I actually want. So I don't know.
Is it only a certain subset of characters that are usable in this? Or
there's
is
only
everybody?
17.
Oh,
There's
okay.
only 17 characters in it right now. And they're going to add like 3 per season, which I get because it's a hell of a lot to balance.
Yeah, well, with that many, that's what I'm saying. I didn't realize it was that many powers per person. I thought it was very limited, the amount that they were doing. But damn,
no. There is a ton of powers, and I'll tell you, the performance on this mode on console is fucking trash. Like,
really?
When you're in the armory, the resolution drops down to like something that looks like 600p. Like, it's blurry as shit.
Wow.
It stutters a lot. When you're playing, it doesn't stutter. Like, the slowdown doesn't happen, but the resolution definitely drops.
What the heck?
And it's because there's just so much shit going on. Dude, when you level up Moira, when she throws her balls, there's like 20 of them on screen.
Oh my god!
Like, it's insane to watch.
Yeah, that's a lot of shit.
When Diva flies, she drops molten core lava. Like, all over the ground. Like, it is just... You thought Overwatch was like a visual vomit before?
Yeah.
You ain't seen shit.
God, yeah, that's... Okay.
It's a lot. It's a lot to try to keep track of what's going on. So I don't know. I keep trying to play it and see if I like it. And the leveling is so slow for a game that takes so long to play. Like, I'm still in bronze in all 3 roles. In Stadium. Like,
damn.
Yeah, it's like... Jesus, I don't know, man. I go back to comp, and comp is just miserable. Although I have not played a game with Sombra. Sombra's been banned in every game still. There's not one game I've played she hasn't been banned.
Man.
That's a shame. Poor Sombra. I'm not mad at it. She's just frustrating.
No, it's so funny. Like, the one character that's going to be banned in every single game.
That's wild.
That is crazy. But no, that's, like I said, I haven't been playing much. I do want to say we're not playing Doom, because apparently we don't make PlayStation cheeseburgers.
Yeah, we don't do that. So.
I was going to say that your talk about Sombra being banned takes me back to when I have for a long time like Sagat as a Street Fighter character.
Yeah.
And there was a period of time where everybody thought he was overpowered in Street Fighter 4. And I had multiple times where I would join a match as Sagat, and the other player would just quit and send me a message afterwards like, fuck Sagat, I'm not playing you.
Nice.
There's always one of those characters in competitive games where when you pick them, people are like, you're just a fucking piece of shit.
Every game has one. Yep.
So, no, I get it. It's just so... The thing is, it's like Sombra's such a weird thing because she's not hard to counter. People just don't like to play against her.
Yeah, I agree. She just is frustrating. Like, because you're right. She's not hard to counter. She just is frustrating. And I guess they just like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't even want to deal with it.
Like if there's a Sombra in the game and you're a ball player, you have no fun. If you're a Doomfist player, you have no fun. Like, if you're like a Zenyatta, you have no fun because there's no getting away from her as Zenyatta. It's just like there are certain characters you play as where like if she's in the game, you're not gonna have fun. You're gonna have to play something else. So like every game bans her. It's fucking hilarious.
That's so funny. Them Sombra mains out here suffering.
Oh yeah, like I can't imagine if you main that character, like you probably quit. You probably quit the game.
Right. Man.
Oh shit. All right, let's take a look at what's out this week. Xbox, PlayStation 5, we got Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition, The Three Kingdoms. I think I got a code for this, but I totally forgot to even look at the email. Captain Blood, King Arthur Legion 9. Metal Eden is on here, but I think that got delayed, right?
I don't even know what that is.
I don't really either. There was a demo of it, and I didn't even play it.
It's a sci-fi. I played it. First of all, it's kind of mid, but it's a sci-fi first-person shooter.
Okay.
It's like really fast.
But I thought it got delayed. I know there was a demo out,
did.
and then they got delayed, and now it says it's out this week, so this just must be out of date.
No, it's out of date. Yeah, it got delayed to Q3 of this year is what this says.
Imperial, Revenge of the Savage Planet, which I've seen nobody talking about.
Is that's the sequel, right? To
the Journey to the Savage Planet.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I want to play that. It's coming to Game Pass because I was going to but I saw it was coming to Game Pass. I'm like, oh, well, sweet, because I liked the first one.
I liked the first one. I fell off of it, but I did like it at the beginning. I definitely like the motif of it.
The first one.
Yeah, it's fine.
Shit.
It's fine. Like, it's got some neat concepts, but like I got bored of it about halfway through it. So, Spirit of the North 2. Truck Simulator Cargo Driver 2025 USA. That's a title.
Okay.
Wings of Endless, which reminds me, did you so you haven't reinstalled it, so you ain't bought your Gundam skins?
No, I have not. Is that the whole season or is that only limited time? Because I do want that Reaper skin. And I guess I'm gonna have to get Ramatra. I didn't realize they gave him one too.
I don't know how long it lasts. I know they're in the shop right now. I've seen a couple people with them.
Okay,
I haven't seen any Mercy Gundam wings, but I saw a Soldier and I saw a Ramatra one.
I figured the Mercy one would sell. I knew she was going to get the Gundam.
Mercy gets banned a lot too, to be fair.
So. Oh, well, I can see that. Yeah.
I don't see her a lot in a lot of games. So. Sir Whoop-Ass, Immortal Death. Spirit Fall and What Comes After, which sounds like something Gustav would say. For those who come after.
Mm-hmm.
Care Bears Unlock the Magic.
Oh, okay.
Unlock the magic.
Little Kitty Big City's coming to PlayStation this week.
Just in time for it to fall off of Game Pass.
Yeah. Is it going into PS Plus?
I don't think so.
Okay,
I mean, I haven't heard that at least.
So it's basically was just a deal for Game Pass, and then once it leaves Game Pass, then you can just buy it everywhere. Gotcha.
That's what it looks like.
Okay. I just realized as this episode goes live, we are exactly 1 month from the Switch 2.
Yep.
Countdown has begun.
Yeah,
you know what? When I buy a new house, the first game that's gonna christen it is I'm gonna replay Breath of the Wild because that's who I am.
The first game.
I still remember. I will tell you this. There's something about it that sticks with you.
He gonna play Overwatch
like
at night when he move in.
One of the first games I played when I moved into a specific house was Uncharted 2. If that tells you how old it was when I moved into that house.
Man,
like Uncharted 2 was the first game I played. I remember that. I don't remember the first game I played when I moved into this house for some reason.
I could not tell you what the first game I played when I moved into this house was.
Oh, I don't know why I remember Uncharted. Oh, I remember why I remember Uncharted 2. So when we moved, I was reviewing it, and that's back when they sent physical copies, and I had to wait until I got shit set up to play it.
Oh, yeah.
And it was driving me crazy because I'm like, dude, I got Uncharted 2 like 2 weeks early. I want to play it. But speaking of Nintendo Switch, we can definitely tell we're at the end of the life cycle of this thing. Oh, we got another collection of those weird. We got Date with a Psycho Killer Girl, a love story and horror show series, and Date with a Serial Killer, a love story from a horror show series.
Buying these?
Somebody. Some maidenless people.
Are they though?
Probably.
Well, then there's that.
Yes, they are, and I'll tell you why, Wamba. I don't know if you saw this. So, on the Nintendo Switch, you know how they did that update that has the game cards, which I think we'll probably talk about in the news because I don't think we talked about it last week. I saw somebody tweet out the other day a feature of this new functionality in that you can hide games Yeah. So if you don't want people that are like borrowing games from you to see some of your
that you're playing hentai,
yes.
whatever. That's crazy.
Yeah, they added that feature to the Switch too.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
So, yeah, we all know you gooners out there. What are you doing?
I think we know what they're doing, unfortunately.
I don't want to imagine what they're doing now. All right, let's talk news. Boy, we got some news this week. Nexon has reportedly been selected as the preferred negotiating partner for a new StarCraft IP from Microsoft. They are also in.
I missed that.
They are also in talks for the publishing rights of Overwatch Mobile in Japan and Korea.
I didn't know they were doing Overwatch Mobile.
No, I'm not playing Overwatch Mobile.
I would have preferred it would. Well, no, I would have preferred NCSoft. I don't know if Nexon. What is Nexon? Let me look them up.
I lose track of all these because I was like, didn't they do Marvel Rivals? I'm like, no, that's NetEase. Like, I don't know who does these games. So Nexon, I think was I don't know. What they do?
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Maple Story, Dungeon and Fighter.
Dungeon and Fighter. Okay.
Didn't Nexon just do that Kazan game too?
Probably.
Actually, I think that is.
That's Dungeon and Fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. They did that. The First Descendant. Oh, they're publishing Arc Raiders. That's awesome because I played Arc Raiders. Damn, I didn't even talk about that.
Arc Raiders kind of ate Marathon's lunch, didn't it?
I played Marathon. You know what? Real quick. Okay, let me go back.
I know. We haven't talked about Marathon or Arc Raiders, so yeah, go ahead.
Marathon. Okay, so first of all, I didn't even register to get into that alpha. I don't know why I got into it, but
because
I got an email
they need more people to talk about it.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Because I had to go onto my Bungie account, which I haven't been on in years, to get the code and stuff. So I think they just started sending it to people that had a Bungie account.
I may have one in my inbox that I don't know about.
You might. But I played it. Okay, so it's an extraction shooter, as you know, we all know. And like we talked about when we, we're talking about the game that was coming and stuff. The moment to moment gunplay, like, is good. It's solid.
Bungie.
Yeah, it's Bungie. It's what you expect. None of the guns necessarily felt unique or really futuristic. They were all kind of just, kind of changes on modern machine guns and pistols and shit like that. Some of them felt like that one, especially felt like the gun I used to use in Titanfall 2, the heavy machine gun that like gets faster over time and does more damage. But yeah, so the moment-to-moment shooting is fine. First of all, it's very clean looking, very sterile, which is by design because I guess that's the world of Marathon because you're being downloaded into this like synthoid body or whatever, and searching out resources and stuff on this planet. And it's a PvPvE. So there's other players that are also out there, and then there's different enemies too that you have to fight and collect resources. And the whole thing is you have to, fill up your bag and then get to an extraction point to leave and be able to leave safely. The loop is fine, but like everything outside of just the combat just felt bland. Even like I said, the environments and stuff, like it just, I don't know. It felt like a lesser version of Destiny 2, to me. But yeah, outside of the gunplay, nah. And I played like 3 matches by myself, and I played some of the team up matches, and no, this ain't it. And then I got an email about Arc Raiders. So Arc Raiders is also an extraction shooter that was announced some years ago. And the funny thing about this one is a friend that I used to have that we no longer talk, was all about this. He was so excited because he was like on the verge of getting out of gaming. He was like, this Arc Raiders is going to be it. I'm going to come back for this because this looked live. He was doing all this different research and shit. And I had honestly forgot about it, but I got an email about playing in this tech test, and I was like, oh shit. Oh my God. I'm not an extraction shooter fan. Like I said, I haven't played Tarkov, and none of that stuff necessarily appealed to me. But this game was so much fun. And it
What's the definition quickly of an extraction shooter? What counts as an extraction shooter?
So you get loaded in, so it's kind of like a riff on the Battle Royale. You'll be loaded into a map with a whole bunch of other people. I think they all are PvPvE.
Did you play The Division, Ryan?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say because it's kind of like those. Isn't it like those?
When you go to the dark zone.
When you go to the dark zone, that's an extraction shoot. Yeah, basically you drop in, you get your shit, and you get out, but other people can steal. And you get out,
and they can steal you or kill you, and then if that happens, you lose all your shit.
Yeah.
So and there's like rare resources. So the whole thing about it is, it's not just guns that you're looking for like you are in a battle royale. And in the extraction, there's all kinds of resources because there's crafting involved. So once you get back, if you make it out with your loot, you get back to your base and now you can craft armor and different weapons, different, in Arc Raiders, there's mods and stuff that you can do to augment your character. You also level up, where you can, put skill points in your stamina and stuff like that. But an extraction shooter as a whole, like he said, you drop in, you get your shit, you get out. That's basically what it is.
In my head, because I did not play The Division, and so in my head, every time somebody says extraction shooter, I think Helldivers, right? Where you drop in, you do whatever you're supposed to do, and then you extract.
Gotcha. That's kind of like that.
This sounds different in that you're gathering resources, and then you have to extract with them, which I guess you kind of do in Helldivers. There's some resources that you have to gather and then extract with in order to keep. So.
Mm-hmm. The only thing that I think would make Helldivers maybe like a quote-unquote proper extraction shooter is if there were other Helldivers you were fighting
PvP.
against at the same time.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's what makes it those extraction shooters. That's the PvPvE.
And that's why and I'm glad that it doesn't have that because I
don't like that shit
because it didn't have the PvP. So
yeah, I wasn't big on the Dark Zone and The Division. I love The Division itself, but the Dark Zone I never went in.
Oh my god, we spent so much time in the Dark Zone was so much fun. If you go in there with friends and y'all know what you're doing, the Dark Zone is great. Oh, it was so much fun.
I'm not down for the PvP in those kind of games. Like I'm with Ryan. I like the Helldivers. We're gonna co-op and get the shit and get out. Just against the enemies. So
yeah,
I got you. Well, yeah. So this has the Arc Raiders is an extraction shooter proper, but what I liked about it is the sense of tension. So you drop in. So the whole story around it, which I don't know everything, but I know post-apocalyptic. You're coming to the surface of Earth and you're having to extract, find what you need, and then you go back down underground and then come back up and do it all over again. I don't know what caused all this, whatever. But the moment-to-moment tension is just so crazy because you found all this shit, and anybody could be like about to kill you or have you in your sights, from a sniper rifle or something, and even to leave.
God,
so once you get to an elevator.
When you said I've got you in your sights, I was like, Soldier 76 is around the corner.
Yeah, Soldier. Oh shit. When you go to leave, you have to go to this elevator, and they're scattered around the map, so there's not just one. There's exit points scattered around, and they all are on a timer. So when you initially come in, you have 30 minutes on the surface, and some of the elevators will deactivate maybe after 5, after 10, different points. So it kind of forces people, to work inward, kind of like a battle royale with like the, shrinking battle zone. But yeah, so when you go to the elevator, you turn it on and it makes the loudest fucking sound. So anybody around you can hear, oh shit, somebody's extracting, and then they can and obviously they're going to show up and try to kill you and take your shit. Even when you're searching containers, you have to, hold X and you use like this pickaxe thing to like break it open. It's like, and it makes this loud sound that again, other people can hear. So it's this risk versus reward kind of thing that you're always balancing. And it just, I don't know, the level of tension that I had, like my hands don't sweat. That hardly ever happens to me, but I'm fucking playing this game and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to drive like this oh Jesus Christ. Like I realized, I don't know. I liked that. I feel the same way when I play, Hunt Showdown, because it's not an extraction shooter. It's more a battle royale, but you have other teams that can kill you. So it's PvPvE on there as well. So it's just the crazy amount of tension because, maybe it won't be a zombie that kills you. Maybe it's a threat, some enemy that's got you scoped from miles away and shit. I don't know. Arc Raiders delivered that in spades. Marathon did not. Like I said, Marathon just felt like a lesser version of Destiny. They have, time to fix it, which, whatever. And then I know it's a premium price thing, which I think Arc Raiders might be free to play.
It is free to play.
Case, oh, shit.
Okay, I just looked it up. Lunch. It is free to play.
They just ate its lunch.
Definitely. Marathon's not going to make it.
Neither of these is out yet, right? You're just playing play
test.
No,
these are betas.
Yeah, these are just tests. Yeah, betas. Yep.
So do we know when either one of them comes out? Do they have dates yet?
I thought Marathon was September because they were basically launching it a week before Ghosts of Yote. Because do that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yep. I remember that now.
I don't know when Arc Raiders is out though.
It doesn't have a date yet. It's still set for later this year. So it may come out the same time as Marathon.
It was so funny to me. Funny. Like, no, I'm not going to name names because I'm not that kind of person. But like, I saw some of the shills like, I'm still on Marathon. I was like, you get that free shit, don't you? You get that free shit, don't you?
I saw that too, and I dead ass was like, bruh, you are you ain't beating these allegations because Marathon head to head to Arc Raiders is killing it. Everything that you wished Marathon was, Arc Raiders is. Like, bro, like even the matchmaking and stuff and the voice communications was so much easier in that because you can have open mic and that's the other thing. When you go as a single player, you don't have to fucking just shoot up an enemy. You can be like, hey man, what's up? Look, I ain't got nothing. I'm just looking for some rope. Please don't fucking kill me. Like, you can talk to the other people and maybe forge an alliance with that person. And now y'all hunting together. You have somebody watching your back. And all this stuff just kind of happens naturally, unless you're a fucking psychopath and running there guns blazing, which I try not to do that because I'm, I like fighting for sure. But like, if all I got is this, I know I got this little pistol. Damn, I ain't, you know what I mean? Hey, buddy. I thought we worked together. But no, Arc Raiders was great. And like it's going to be free to play, so yeah, y'all should definitely check it out. I don't think it's not going to be for everybody. I mean, I think y'all probably
I'm not. This ain't my jam.
Like the PvP aspect, yeah.
I don't give a shit about either one of these games. It's just funny to see, like, man, Sony's online game initiative has just been a fucking travesty.
Yeah, it's been a real mess.
Yeah. Well,
absolutely, because Marathon is going to end up like Concord.
Yeah, especially. Man. I mean, Concord died because it was a $40 game in a genre where there were a bunch of free to play shit. Well, Arc Raiders is eating Marathon's lunch, and Arc Raiders doesn't cost any money.
Mm-hmm.
Ouch.
They might reverse course though. Maybe they end up making Marathon free to play. After they look at the numbers and see what's going on. But yeah, I don't. If it comes out at $40, it's gonna be like
I think if Marathon hits $40, it's dead in the water. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because Arc Raiders is free, especially if they come out close to the same time. Like, why I'm gonna pay you $40 when I can go play that for free?
I mean, that's what people did with Concord. They're like, why would I buy this when I can go play Overwatch for free, or Apex Legends for free, or fucking Fortnite for free? It's like,
yeah. But yeah, okay, sorry. You had mentioned I forgot I played.
No, it's good. Like that. Those are definitely talk about those games. There's a Doom: The Dark Ages dynamic background on Xbox. That's live. Microsoft was the top publisher by pre-orders and pre-installs on PlayStation in Q1 2025. Dogs and cats living together. What are we doing?
Wow.
Jesus.
Mass hysteria.
Mass hysteria. Microsoft did their financials this week. Everything was up except for, wait for it. Hardware was negative 6% year over year. Let's lead into that. What do you do when your hardware's not selling? Well, brother, you raise the price.
Raise that shit up.
Holy shit. Let's go through this. So Xbox Series X is now $599 US.
No word yet on a giant enemy crab.
Xbox Series X 2 terabyte is, wait for this, $729.99.
So this is the one that really...
That's more than a PS5 Pro.
Right. It's more than a Pro. I get that it's a quote-unquote special edition with this fancy glitter paint job.
Which, by the way, you can't buy. You can't buy this thing.
Wait, really? What you mean?
You can't buy it. So, funny story. When I got the PlayStation 5 Pro to review, I was like, all right, I'm going to take my old one and trade it in and get one of these 2 terabyte Xboxes because I wanted more internal space, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't buy it. I could not buy it at Best Buy, Amazon, GameStop. Nobody has them.
So what the fuck was the point of raising the price?
You basically just made it look worse.
Right.
By putting a price on something that you can't buy.
Yeah, that's okay.
Well, can you order it directly from Microsoft?
Nope.
Is that the only way you can get it?
Nope. Couldn't order it there either.
That's weird.
Yeah.
You know what? Because I bet it was a real special edition, and
you can find
so many.
You can find resale. I could find resellers who were reselling it for like $800, and I was like, I'm not paying $800 for this shit.
Well, now Microsoft's reselling it for $800. So
you're right.
Yeah, so $729.99. Xbox Series S has gone up to $379.99.
What are we doing?
Yeah, I mean, listen, the hard. I said this on the Discord. I made the same comment with respect to the Switch accessories. Right, the hardware and the accessories stuff is all going up because of tariffs. Like, it's clear as day that that's what's happening. So I'm not surprised.
No.
That it's going up because tariffs are going to make everything more expensive. They just are. You're welcome to write in and tell me that I'm wrong, but they're going to make everything more expensive. So yeah, I'm not surprised. I'll make the same point here that I made on the Discord, though, is that the negative that Microsoft is going to have here is that they're going second. And so Nintendo, now, number one, Nintendo is eating the tariff on the system, but they are raising the prices of all their accessories to make up for the tariff. But they have a brand new system coming out that everybody's hyped over the moon about, right?
This is new hardware, not old hardware.
Not old hardware. The Microsoft going second means that now Sony has the opportunity. Now, I'm not saying they'll do this. That everybody's greedy. They could come out, raise the price of theirs by $75, and the headlines are going to be, Sony takes a more moderate approach to tariffs than their competitors, right?
Yep.
Like they're in a position now where they could raise prices, but raise them less than Microsoft did, and still, get some of that tariff money back, but look like a hero. And I just think that's, I don't know. I understand from Microsoft's perspective why, again, I understand from everybody's perspective why this shit is getting more expensive, because the tariffs are going to be an additional cost on all of this stuff. But man, it's tough to raise prices. And I'm going to take Nintendo out of the conversation for a second, because it's a new system, and B, they didn't raise the price of the system. It's tough to be the first one to raise your price by $100 when you're also in last place.
Yeah, and on top of that, one of the things we haven't talked about, the games are going up too. So now first-party Microsoft games are going to be $80.
All of them,
yes.
Right?
Well, I don't know that all of it.
I think they said select.
Yeah, so like South of Midnight wouldn't have been $80.
Well, no.
They
I mean,
said
when I say
select
all of them, I
first
mean
party.
all of the ones that are at $70 now.
Yes. So
Yeah,
Call of
no,
Duty
I
is
would
going to be
expect that,
$80. Is what we. Fable's going to be $80. Perfect Dark's going to be $80. You know.
Yeah, and I
I don't
mean,
know if I would do that.
almost nobody's buying those anyway. They're all in Game Pass.
Well, they're
Right?
not buying them on
Right.
Xbox. They're going to buy them on PlayStation.
Right.
Yeah, and that's the reason, because they trying to get that $80 PlayStation money, because those parties Game Pass shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Forza Early Access sold like close to 1 million copies on PlayStation, and that's the $100 version of that game.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, and this is not tariff related.
No,
it's green.
It's because they're digital. They're digital games.
Yeah, the digital shit would not be included, right? So this is Nintendo is testing the marketplace on price, and so Microsoft is like, oh yeah, hell, we can test the marketplace on price too, and we'll see what the marketplace supports, right? People pay $80 today for deluxe editions and shit like that. Those are all going to go up. Those aren't going away. Like, I saw some people say, why does anybody care about this? People will buy a deluxe edition today for $80. Yeah, but those aren't going away. Like, they're still going to make deluxe editions and legendary editions and all that bullshit. It'll just be $10 more expensive.
Yeah.
Right.
So instead of $100, it'll be $110.
Right. And so, I mean, listen, it's the nature of the consumer economy, right? Is, especially on electronics, right? Is test to see how much the market will bear and see what happens to your sales. So we'll see what happens. I would expect, by the way, Sony to follow up with a price increase on their games too.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if we get Sony announcements this week.
Yeah, whether or not, like I said, there's some nerd doing math in an office somewhere trying to figure out whether it's better if they charge 75 instead of 80 and undercut everybody else, or if it's better if they just charge 80 along with everybody else. But
no, never mind. Okay, I was going to make the point that maybe Sony waits because they don't really have anything coming out this fall like Microsoft, but no, they have that Ghost game.
Well, they already priced Ghost of Yotei, so it's not going up.
Okay, well then it won't be going up. So then maybe they will wait.
Well,
yeah, they don't really have anything first party other than Marathon.
Yeah,
which is not a full price game.
I think I read somewhere that Sony's financials are on the 15th, so I would expect an announcement of hardware price increases there.
Yeah, probably so. Yeah.
The only,
I mean, nobody's from a hardware and accessories standpoint, everybody's going to end up raising prices.
Yes.
It's going to happen for the actual physical material goods are going to get more expensive. It's 100% unavoidable.
Two quick notes about this. I know we joked that the Xbox Series X is more expensive than the PlayStation 5 Pro, and that's how people see it. But also remember that the Xbox comes with a disc drive, the Pro does not.
Right. So there's another, what is it, $100 for a disc drive?
Well, I think they dropped it to 80, didn't they, when they did the price increases in other territories? I don't know, but you're still looking at another $100 for a disc drive. But a silver lining on the Xbox games, as opposed to the Nintendo games, because the Nintendo games are going to be $80, those will never go on sale. The Xbox ones will, and they're also in Game Pass. So,
yep, 100%. If you own an Xbox, the first party price increases really don't affect you.
No, you just buy Game Pass.
Unless you just really want to buy the game,
Right. I don't know. Now, again, this is anecdotal. I know they exist, right? I don't know anybody who owns an Xbox and doesn't have Game Pass.
No, it's basically a 1-to-1 kind of thing, is what it feels like.
Right. Now, where this is going to get very interesting is when the same thing happens as at the beginning of this generation when games went to 70, is when all the third-party publishers start increasing game prices to 80 after they watch what happens with Nintendo and Microsoft.
I mean, we already know GTA is going to be $100 at this point.
Yep.
And we have news about that game,
I still think what's going to happen with GTA is they're going to charge a ridiculous amount for it, and they're going to bundle it with shark cards or whatever the fuck they call it for this game.
Bundaroo.
Bundle Rooski. Don't start that shit. Yeah, GTA also moved out of 2025, which fucking called that shit. Like, anybody that thought it was coming out in 2025 was, like, kind of delusional, I think.
Well, they delayed the last two, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the last three, really, because they delayed GTA 4, they delayed GTA 5, they delayed
Red Dead.
Red Dead 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
The other
Not
part of
right.
this that I think is going to happen is before Call of Duty launches this year, you all need to prepare for a Game Pass price increase.
Yeah.
I think it's going up to $20, $24, $25 a month before Call of Duty hits the market. They'd be stupid not to, because Call of Duty's in Game Pass, so you know, you either spend $80 or you give us $25 a month. Which one are you going to do? You know?
Right. Yep.
Oh boy, it's going to be a long summer. Hope you got a good backlog.
Yep.
PlayStation Plus essential games for May include Balatro, Warhammer 40k Bolt Gun, and Ark Survival Ascended.
Yeah.
Not a bad collection of games.
No, not terrible.
Returnal got a PS5 Pro version. I liked Returnal, but I don't know that I'll revisit it. And then
Didn't play it.
Sackboy is no longer part of the PlayStation Productions logo, so he has now been retired with Sweet Tooth, Sly Cooper, Jack and Daxter.
Yeah.
He's
basically any Sony mascot you ever cared about.
Yeah, he's been delisted.
Not to say.
Astrobot's my only boy left.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Well, Astrobot just pulls in everybody else, so.
That's fair. That's fair. But that's what makes him special. We must protect him at all costs. Nintendo will not officially launch the Switch 2 in Central America or the Caribbean in 2025. And then...
Just because... Why?
That's pretty standard, par for the course stuff, I think. Like, those countries don't really get it at launch, kind of thing.
I never really realized that. Okay.
Nintendo also released a significant update for the Switch. Did any of you guys download it? I know most people don't turn their Switches on anymore.
Yeah, I haven't turned my Switch on in a while, actually. That's not true. I played Mario Kart a couple weeks ago, but I haven't turned it on since then.
Yeah, it's got the game cards now that load, so you can, like, loan them out or whatever. They did add the new stuff down at the bottom, so, like, it's a pretty decent update. They changed the eShop color. It's no longer orange, it's now red.
Didn't this kill the whole play in the same game as your friend? Like, if you... Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So stupid. So stupid.
They want you to loan them cards out for 2 weeks at a time. When they announced this, people were like giving them the benefit of the doubt. I was like, Nintendo's going to Nintendo this shit. I know exactly what's going to happen.
It's always overcomplicated.
Yeah.
Every time.
All right, what else we got here? Sparking Zero was rated for the Switch 2, so I guess that's coming.
Oh, that's cool.
Platinum Games apparently didn't learn their lesson because they're hiring for another online action game.
Lord.
What do we got?
Babylon's fall wasn't far enough, I guess.
Yeah.
Babylon didn't fall far enough.
Yeah, no, did not.
A judge has ruled that Apple
Thank you for helping me with that. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
A judge ruled that Apple needs to stop charging commission on purchases outside of apps. Epic is bringing back Fortnite to iOS next week.
I saw that. Good for them.
People have won against Apple. So big corporation beat other big corporation. Yay, rich guys get richer. Congratulations.
That's exactly what that was.
Codemasters has announced that they're done developing rally titles.
It's like Godzilla fighting Mothra, and all of us are just glad that our house didn't get destroyed.
That's exactly what it is. Codemasters says they're no longer developing rally titles, so no more Dirt or WRC games, which makes me a little sad. I love the Dirt games. They were a lot of fun.
I did like Dirt. Yeah. Somebody got me into those.
They're fun. They're like stupid fun games. Like
yeah.
The PC Gaming Showcase is set for June 8th at 12 p.m. Pacific time. The Wii Homebrew channel has ceased development.
It has ceased to be.
A developer accuses other people in the community of stealing code from Nintendo and other projects. Wow. Okay. Quote here is, the Wii Homebrew community was all built on top of a pile of lies and copyright infringement.
Holy shit.
Welcome to Homebrew.
Yeah. What do you think it is? Like, do you ever see them dudes port the games from NES to Super Nintendo? What do you think they're doing? Far Cry 4 received a 60 frame per second update on PS5. Did it not get one on 360 or did it already have one? I don't know.
I thought it didn't because I think no, I think I read that it got it on Xbox too, so it's on both.
Okay.
Yeah,
both this story just says PlayStation 5. That game is 10 years old, by the way.
They put it on Game Pass too.
Oh boy, that's like I didn't like that game when it came out, so I'm definitely not going back.
You know what? That's what I was when I saw it on there. I was like, I think that's the only Far Cry that I started and never actually went back to, and I don't remember why I didn't like it, but I didn't finish 4.
I just didn't like after 3. It just didn't feel great. Like I don't know, it's weird.
I do appreciate the secret in the game, where if you do what the guy tells you at the beginning, you basically
just ends.
beat the game without doing anything.
Yeah, that's pretty.
I do
cool.
appreciate.
Oh
that.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, the game can literally last like 5 minutes.
Yeah, spoilers for Far Cry 4 if anybody hasn't played it. But at the very beginning of the game, you sit down with the main villain,
Pagan Min.
Yeah, Pagan Min, and he tells you wait here, and of course nobody waits there. But if you just wait there, it ends the game.
Yeah, it rolls the credits and everything.
You walk around with him, and he walks you around something, and then the game's just over.
I might do it just to experience that. Okay.
Yeah.
There's an achievement for it. Of course there is.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure there is.
Epic Games announced a new Epic Game Store for the web. They also announced a new revenue share starting June 2025. 0% store fee on the first $1 million of revenue per app per year. And still nobody will use it.
Right, but that's generous of them.
It's crazy to me. Like, it's the same argument of people who are like, I'm not going to use Game Pass. I'm just going to spend $80. Like,
okay.
Like, well, thanks, Epic. Just tell me what the free games are.
Yeah.
Listen, that's what I do.
That's the deal. That's the deal we have here. You give me free games, I give you nothing.
Yeah.
That's the deal that we have going on.
You get my engagement because I play your free games, but I ain't giving you a red cent.
You just hold up your end of the bargain.
Retrobit. Oh boy, I wish Anthony was here for this. Retrobit is claiming the Shantae Advance, Risky Revolution, GBA cards from limited run games are unsafe to play on the Game Boy Advance.
Great.
What the fuck? What makes them unsafe?
There's apparently like a chip inside that like can burn out. Man, limited run games is like
ninjas to kill your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
what the heck?
They released the game in a burnt CD last year, and now this shit. Like, Jesus
I remember
Christ.
that.
What are you guys doing over there? Like, I like Josh. Josh is a great guy. But Jesus Christ, guys, what are you doing? Hollow Knight Silk Song will be playable this year in September at an Australian museum.
Okay.
Can we stop talking about this game? Like,
no, never.
Jesus. I thought it was coming out this year.
Who fucking knows? Who knows?
Nice. Okay.
EA is reportedly laying off between 300 and 400 people, including around 100 people at Respawn. The canceled incubation game codenamed R7 was a Titanfall, wait for it, extraction shooter.
And I don't even know how that would work.
Giant robots extract. Transform and roll out. I don't fucking know.
Transform and roll out. This nigga. Now I want a Transformers extraction shooter.
No, you don't.
No, I really don't.
Remember that Transformers game that was coming out? Oh, wait.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Resurgence or something like that?
And it's gone.
Yeah. Gone. Yep.
Oh, boy. The gaming media took another hit. So, I joked about this at the beginning of the show that you got to make PlayStation burgers to get codes. But apparently, if you're two of the biggest sites on the planet, you also don't get shit. So Fandom has put Giant Bomb on hold for, quote, strategic reset and realignment of our media brands. Both Jeff Grubb, Dan Reichert, and Mike Minotti have all left Giant Bomb, which were kind of the anchors of what was left after the big boys left.
Right. Yep.
Giant Bomb is dead. Let's just put that out there.
Yeah.
And Polygon also got sold to Valnet, and a lot of its staff also was laid off.
Jeez.
Well, you don't have to worry about that happening to us, everybody, because none of us make any money off this anyway.
So we'll still be here.
We'll still be here.
But we don't make PlayStation burgers or get PSSR haircuts.
No,
yeah, we don't do that. That's a lot.
This is old man yelling at cloud, but I just do not understand coverage of I'm going to make a tweet that says I liked this game and you're going to send me a code. But if we're going to write a review for the game, fuck you.
Yeah, I see, because I've seen ones, I can't remember what game it was, but it was something that we didn't get, and some random fucking Twitter person got it and wrote their little review in a paragraph, or, I mean, they have the follower thing, so it's like a, whatever. But I'm like, really? So they get a code? What? I don't understand this high school type bullshit that these PR people play, but whatever.
About reach, my friends. It's about
actually,
reach.
yeah.
No, I get that part of it.
Needs to get super popular, then they'll be like, oh yeah, hook them niggas
But
up.
the irony of it is,
Terrence, I got news for you. We've spent almost 20 years trying to get popular.
Have we really tried?
Oh.
No,
I think you can listen to one episode of the almost 900 and tell that we haven't really tried.
I was just like, I don't know if you're putting effort in, but I sure as hell am not putting a whole lot of effort. I do this for fun. Shit. But no, the irony of the Doom thing is that it's an Xbox first-party published game, and that dude that got it is a PlayStation fanboy.
Of course. Yeah. That's bruh.
Whatever, man.
Well, Ryan said it's about reach, so
about reach,
or
PlayStation people,
or it's about reach around. Oh,
there you go.
It's definitely not about Halo reach.
No, nothing's about Halo reach.
It's not about that.
Elden Ring has now shipped 30 million copies worldwide. That's like 3 Luigi Mansion 3s. It's crazy.
True.
What?
That's the joke now. Like, people are all like, man, my game sold 1 million copies. Like, bitch, Luigi's Mansion 3, which is like the D team from Nintendo, sold 10 million. What are you doing?
I did not know that. That's funny.
Yeah. It's like, your 1 million copies, whatever. Luigi's like, nah, fuck you. Mario.
That's exactly how he said it.
Game. Yeah.
He gave you that look from Mario Kart. Like, bitch, what the fuck? I see your 1 million and I raise you 9 more. What else we got here? Claire Obscure Expedition 33 passed its concurrence at 121,000 players. Oblivion Remastered is now at 4 million players. Claire Obscure sold 1 million copies, and Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown finally surpassed 2 million players.
That's good for them. That's a good game.
That's a great game. Most people didn't play that game. They should have played that game.
I did not play that game, but I wanted to.
You should still do it.
Does
Isn't
that
that on
count?
PlayStation Plus now or something?
It is, yeah.
Okay. Should play that. It'll also come to Xbox Game Pass at some point because all the Ubisoft games do.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Wu Chang Fallen Feathers launches July 24th. Game Pass on that one. We already talked about, but Little Kitty Big City is coming to PS4 and 5 on May 9th. Oh, we thought that was a Game Pass deal, but it's already on Switch.
What?
Little Kitty Big City.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So maybe it was just a fuck you PlayStation deal. I don't know.
That's definitely possible.
Yeah, even though like Sony does it all the time, I promise you Microsoft does it too.
Mm-hmm.
Shovel Knight Dig is finally coming to the Xbox on May 15th, as well as PlayStation 5. The biggest game coming out June 5th is not Mario Kart World. It is instead Arcade Archives 2 Ridge Racer.
Ridge Racer.
But it's only coming to PlayStation and Switch. It's not coming to Xbox.
Exclusively, not on the Xbox.
To be fair, Arcade Archives has never done an Xbox release. So.
Oh, word? Okay.
Yeah, and they've released they release like a new game every week. So. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splintered Fate is coming May 20th. For PS4 and PS5, and Xbox on June 24th. It's already on Switch and PC. That's
and
not
mobile.
The new game.
Launched on mobile. No, that's that one that it's a roguelite. I played that on Apple Arcade. It's fun. I didn't know it was coming to consoles. I think they just added Casey Jones to it too.
Sure the.
I wonder if does it have online?
Sure the
I don't know if
Grateful
you still
Dead
have
are
it pulled
happy.
up. Wow.
Terrence's favorite game, Hypercharge Unboxed, is coming to PlayStation 4 and 5 on May 30th.
Oh my god. These people. I'm happy for them. I'm great. Can't wait for the Switch 2 release when they start talking about that. Comment to see our game on Switch 2. And then a couple weeks later, we've been getting attacks. It's hard out here for a lonely developer. I was going to say a pimp, but it's hard out here for a solo indie developer catching slings and arrows. We just want to make a good. Anyway.
It's the number 2 best-selling pre-order on PlayStation right now. By the way,
is it really?
Yeah, it's right behind Ghost of Yotei, I believe.
Wow, I don't know if that's
people really want to play this game.
Of that game, or. And you know what?
I played it for 15 minutes and was like, it ain't for me.
It's mid AF. Like, and then what's crazy is
as the
description. Yeah, right. As the description for it, like it's, I don't know, like because when I originally read it and then when I bought it and played it, I was like, this isn't even really what.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like a G.I. Joe action game, and it's not. That.
Yes. No, it's
tower
like
defense.
Tower defense.
Yeah, it's tower defense.
Yeah.
It's not even great tower defense.
They don't even mention that shit when all they show you is the little figures fighting, and you're like, oh shit, I'm about to do some small soldiers because we saw small soldiers, and hell yeah, that was some good shit. No, that's not what this is. It's mid tower defense, man. Play that monkey balloon game.
You could play small soldiers on the PS1. Now, that's a quality title.
I had that.
It's not a quality title.
It's not. It is.
Sea of Stars free DLC Throes of the Watchmaker launches May 20th on all systems. I think there's a code for that in my inbox that I did not deal with. And I apologize. I've been very busy and I'm just, yeah. So, like, I'm gonna do I'm sorry tour, like from BP Oil. I'm sorry. So sorry.
It's gonna be on a bearskin rug
in front of a fireplace. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Flappy Bird is back again, but this time it's an Epic Games Store mobile exclusive without crypto shit.
Wait, did the original one have that?
Yes.
Or the re-release?
The re-release had
I didn't know
crypto
that.
shit. Yeah.
Jesus.
I'm pretty sure the guy that made the original Flappy Bird's not involved in all of this at all. So
I did read that. He's not. Yeah.
Duck Detective, The Ghost of Glamping, and Duck Detective, The Secret Salami have been announced for May 22nd.
Wow.
I actually want to play. I haven't bought it yet.
I bet you want to play The Secret Salami. I bet you.
Well, that was the first one. Shut up. But yes, I do want to play Duck Detective. I couldn't just say Secret Salami. Duck Detective.
Is glamping like we did like glamorous camping? Is that what it is?
I think that I have no idea what that is. I didn't know they were making
glamping is like when you camp, quote unquote, but you camp at a place that has electricity and where you've got a plumbing hookup and you have a big fancy camper that has a bathroom and has all sorts of amenities in it, where it's basically just a smaller house, but you're in nature.
You're in nature. No, you're not. You're inside in the air conditioning.
Right.
You're in the house.
Oh, shit. Evil Dead, the game, is being delisted. It's already delisted on PlayStation and Steam, but it's still up and on sale on Xbox. The servers will stay online, but who's going to play it, truly?
Yeah. That was fun, too. It never found its player base.
Sonic Rumble, global launch has been delayed to an unspecified date. And the first 7 Leisure Suit Larry games are being delisted from Steam. Guess Larry is riding off into that sunset.
Man, those games were
They're
a different era. Yeah, I don't think I played all of them. But
you know what's funny is you say they're from a different era, but they just released like 3 new ones just recently, like within the last 5 years.
Dead ass did not know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's called Wet Dreams Don't Die was the name of one of them.
Yeah, nice. I remember that. Ridiculous.
I didn't know. The last one I played was on like Xbox or like Magnum Cum Laude, I think it was called.
Oh, for the Xbox, yeah.
Yeah, that was the last one that I played. I thought that was the last game they did. I didn't realize they still. Damn. All right.
So apparently Shuhei Yoshida saw the character art. It was doing an interview, and he said he saw the character art for Fat Princess and said, quote, "This is my daughter," and instantly greenlit it.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Yes. He was like, yeah, the fastest green light I ever made is they were in there and I saw the character and I was like, that's my daughter, and laughing. I was like, damn, bro. Oh, your daughter don't see this?
Yeah, like,
Jesus.
Right. Nintendo is suing Genki for showing the 3D mock-up of the Switch 2 ahead of its reveal.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
What? Where'd you go?
Terrence fell down a well while we were halfway through this thing.
Fell down a well.
That's what it sounded like.
Quick, Lassie, get help.
I think that should be the title of the episode. Terrence fell down a well. Kitty go down a hole.
Kitty go down a hole.
If anybody remembers that, that's Plucky Duck. It's classic.
Why to go down a hole?
Oh. All right. I think that's all the news I got. It is May, y'all. Almost halfway through. Yeah, how many times do we see that headline this week? It's going to be May. Ah! It's just like when it's like when you get to the end of September, it's like, oh, here comes the Green Day song. Let's go.
Or the Earth, Wind, and Fire song.
Yeah. All right, we got one email from your boy Peter. He says, hey guys, unfortunately no Switch 2 secured yet, but it's okay. It's all part of the journey. The Costco bundle is nice if the NSO is free or discounted. Well, I hope you get one.
Fingers crossed.
Walmart seem to have some pop up, so if you really want to get one, I would keep an eye on Wario64 and hit one of those Walmart ones. He says, I don't know about the landfill of Switches comment. Typical for a rich white guy. For most of my life, I've been a last-gen budget gamer. Shout out to Anthony. Back in the day when I was a child, I would lie about the games I played and owned because I was embarrassed I didn't have the current gen. If I were a kid now, I'd be stoked for he said I'd be stoked for a potential OG Switch price drop and a flooding of discount secondhand Switches and games. The first console I had at launch was the OG Game Boy Advance, which also had the backlog of Game Boy and Game Boy Color games to play. Yeah, what's the market going to be for Switch 1?
I don't know. It's a great question. I feel like less than it might be otherwise because they've had 3 different models of it already, and it's sold just a fuck ton. But I'm sure there's still a market for secondhand Switch.
That's what they should call it too, secondhand Switch.
Aren't some of the games that are coming to Switch 2 playable on the Switch? Like some of the new stuff, wasn't that like one of the messages that somebody screenshotted? Why is he deleting that?
I was going to say, why is Anthony deleting messages?
Yeah, like my computer's in the background is getting small. I'm like, what the heck is going on?
He deleted all of it.
Jesus. All right. What he said. Anyway, yeah, but isn't there some sort of backwards compatibility or something? Like
some games
can be played.
Yeah, some games will be Switch 1 and Switch 2. Like I think that Suikoden collection is Switch 1 and 2, and that the Bravely Default maybe.
Okay, but like the new stuff, like fucking Donkey Kong and shit.
Donkey Kong, Mario Kart, Cyberpunk, like Street Fighter, those are only Switch 2.
Yeah, that okay. Oh, okay, yeah.
He says, so Terrence, your avatar would basically be Cisco, thong, 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 thong. Who is your favorite ST doctor?
Baby!
I see your comment now.
Yeah, but I mean, Benjamin Cisco, not that. You know what? And that because
you done went and used his government name.
Go.
Listen, that's my favorite captain in Star Trek. But yeah, I used to get those Cisco references all the time when I would talk about him, like because fucking.
Didn't they make a Super Nintendo and Genesis game that was Cisco?
It was Star Trek. It wasn't that Cisco. Yes, but it was Deep Space Nine. Yes. This nigga. My favorite Star Trek doctor is probably Julian Bashir, probably the one from Deep Space Nine. But yeah.
Again, you could be making that up, and I have no clue. I don't watch Star Trek.
Well, see, he probably knows.
I'll catch up when they get to Deep Space 10.
Imagine. I think it was already destroyed. Deep Space 10 was lost during the Dominion War.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. He was making a joke.
Yeah, see? Look!
See? This is what I get.
Like the motherfucker that starts naming dudes from Jabba's palace. That's me.
See, I couldn't do that, but I am that level of Star Trek nerd. So, like, I'm not that deep. So that's probably, like, into Star Wars.
I knew who Boba Fett was before he was cool. I'm just going to say it.
Nice.
I knew him before he was popular. Just saying.
So I'm on the Christmas special, did you?
Yeah. Him and Bib Fortuna and Reeves hanging out, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
He says, I think your show would be popular in VTube format, but it sounds like a lot of work. Similarly, I have thought that your content would do well clipped into highlights on Instagram or TikTok. You guys have a ton of great sound bites. Again, more work. But if you're interested in doing that kind of stuff, let me know. It's a hobby of mine, and my brother makes gaming short-form video content for IG TikTok.
Yeah, we've tried to do video before. I think the core issue we have with actual video is that most of the people on the show don't want to be on video.
No.
That's the core issue.
Like, I don't even get on my Zoom camera at work unless they make me.
Wow. That's messed up. Is this a mandatory appearance for this meeting?
Like, do I have to show my face? I'm like, bitch, I just rolled out of bed and I'm wearing my shorts. What are we doing? Like,
yeah.
Not that I have a lot of hair to be messed up, but sometimes it is messed up. I haven't shaved in the morning. What are we doing?
That's funny. Oh.
Although the clips are like some of the shit that Terrence did. Like, I still watch that fucking short for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That shit's hilarious.
I want to get, and he's right, it is kind of a lot of work. It's just really just going back and looking and then matching shit up. But yeah, it's fun because I do it too, like as a hobby kind of thing. But I should do that because we do have some good stuff that I could definitely make some.
When you actually getting like wood and stuff,
like
you can come off the ship.
You can come off the ship. I heard that.
How do you feed blood to Grandpa?
Oh.
I still have those Evangeline clips I haven't loaded. That's the amount of effort that I put in to be popular. Like, I can't even upload.
Oh, you know what? Me and Anthony, and this, because we're
that podcast you recorded 6 weeks ago that still isn't live.
It is live.
Wait,
we had 2
y'all
episodes
recorded
of it live.
Y'all recorded a secret podcast?
Yeah, we have a Well, I mean, we've talked about it forever. It just kind of.
No, I know. I didn't know it actually happened.
Yeah, finally, it's just taken different shape for what it was. But it's a comic book. Thank you. It's a comic book podcast.
And you didn't even put a link in the Discord chat for anybody, so like none of us knew it even existed.
Well, because I think that I don't know. I didn't link it. I don't know why he did. I didn't link, and it probably was my responsibility because I was just kind of like, I don't know. I just I didn't think y'all were into comic books like that. But I mean, obviously I appreciate the support. But yeah, I'll link it. But what I was going to say.
I mean, I figured you would just say like, hey, here's the podcast we did. I'm sure some of us would like at least skim through it, like.
Right, get it a like or something. I got you. Like I'll sit it out. But what I was going to say is that because it's station WIPIC, which stands for like writer, picture, inker, colorer, which is roles in comic books. So it kind of is like a radio station we're talking about it. But we wanted to get Ryan to record a couple of intros for us in your radio voice, that we could just kind of cycle through, like just like one or two. Yeah, just one or two, and we'll just reuse them. So yeah, if you wouldn't mind, at some point we'll get together with Anthony and
if you've got the doubloons, I've got the time.
That's right. You got to give him doubloons. You know that, right?
We'll get some doubloons. We'll get some doubloons. But yeah, I'll link it
and we'll put it on heroin.
Oh shit! Okay, well,
it's black tar heroin's back. That's good. I'm happy that's back. Good. Oh shit! He says, "I love it."
But yeah, we'll put the links out.
Yeah, like I'm sure, like you could, like, dude, I don't give a fuck. Plug it on here. Like shit.
Yeah. See, I was hoping he was going to be on here because I don't think we've been on at the same time since we've done put ours up, so we haven't actually like talked about it even on here. But well, yeah, I don't think we've done.
He's erasing all traces of his existence, so you better hurry.
Yeah. He's definitely his forever. Mickey Mouse shirt has disappeared, like Back to the Future did his ass. Oh, all right. He says, I love you guys in the show. P.S. I appreciate your response and transparency to criticism and your DGAF attitude. That's why I show up each week.
Well, it's easy to be DGAF if you're not getting paid.
That's fair.
Facts.
If we were getting paid, we might GF a little bit more.
Yeah. If you're like Wombat and you got to answer to your stockholders, it's a little different.
That's right.
Just a little bit. You can't fly off the handle.
Nope.
Oh, goodness. I'm still laughing at this. You got kicked off last week, right? So you didn't hear this. And I sure as shit know you don't listen to the show.
No.
But I'm still looking at this tweet where we looked up the Gargura graduation.
What?
Oh, wait, no, this is a new one.
I'm going to say, wait, what is that?
We talked, no, you and I, Terrence, we talked about the Gargura situation, the VTube thing.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a follow-up this week. What are our thoughts on the Gargura graduation on May 1st?
I don't know what that means.
It's a VTuber.
Okay.
Yeah, we looked it up because I had Googled it. That's right. That's how we got into the whole VTube like thing and what, our avatar and shit would be.
Can I make an admission that makes me sound like an old person?
You don't know what a VTuber is?
I don't know what the fuck a VTuber is. I don't know what the difference between a VTuber and a YouTuber is.
Well, we can explain
other than
this
the fact that one's a different letter in the alphabet than the other.
So a VTuber is like, I'm sure you've seen them in clips on social media, is like a little anime avatar that represents the person.
Oh, okay. It just means that you're not like actually, it's not actually you on the camera.
Yeah. It's like a little animated character.
Avatar.
That's where the Cisco thing came from, because somebody asked us last week, what would our VTuber personas be?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I got it. All right. I got it.
Terrence's was Cisco. Mine was a 3-foot troll.
Which is hilarious.
And it just why a 3-foot troll?
Well, because the troll's got to be short. But also, he would mutter from time to time, "Shenmue sucks."
Well, yeah, that's definitely you.
Yeah, see,
for sure.
because I am a troll, and I say Shenmue sucks all the time.
Shenmue, and I said this last week. Shenmue stay catching strays on this show.
I mean, always, Terrence. It's always been like this.
I'll make a declaration.
I mean, you were around almost at the beginning, right? And it happened then, and then you took a break for a while, and it happened then, and now you're back, and these guys still won't shut the fuck up about Shenmue.
I'm gonna tell you right. I'll make a declaration. When that motherfucker finishes the story, I'll stop giving it shit.
Okay, so we're always going to get shit for Shenmue.
Yeah.
Got it.
I'll tell you what. I'll stop giving you shit about giving Shenmue shit when they finally finish the Advent Rising trilogy.
Orson Scott Card's coming back. You don't know.
Orson Scott Card.
Tommy Tallarico is doing the soundtrack.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, shit.
He did it for the first one, so, you know.
He did.
Yeah, well.
I liked that game.
I do, too.
Yeah.
Ryan just really
Ken.
hates that game.
You and Ken.
That's so funny how I aligned with both of y'all. Like, I aligned with Ryan like a Shenmue, and I aligned with him like in Advent
No wonder
Rising.
they never finished the damn thing. You were the only two that ever liked it.
Yeah.
Right.
We should have probably tried to win the $1 million they didn't give away.
Yep.
Fucking Majesco. Anyway, I don't know. I didn't know Gura graduated, so sorry.
I didn't either. So yeah, I have no thoughts.
Congratulations.
What did he graduate from? Is it he? I'm sorry, I don't know.
Dude, I don't know. I think it's a anime girl. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a girl.
They sent us this picture. I'll put it in the chat. Hold on, let me copy a link. This was the picture the GIF we got for it. So.
Your thoughts on Gura?
Yeah,
okay.
Now you know why I have trouble saying it, because I don't know what the fuck that says.
Anthony gonna be like, he gonna come back with a paragraph. Well, this is how I feel.
He's wearing a shark outfit.
Yeah, I thought
it
looks like a shark outfit, which makes sense.
The hood has like the teeth and
it's
like,
snuggie.
yeah,
it's like a snuggie.
She looks kind of like that shark that was dancing behind what's her name that just went to space? Katy Perry.
What's her name that just went to space?
That's the Super Bowl, right? Katy Perry was at the Super Bowl and she had the sharks behind her.
Yeah, it was left shark and right shark, right?
Yeah, right.
So the lady that just went to space.
The girl that just went to space.
I mean, listen, that was the first thing that popped into my head.
That is the new title.
That girl that kissed a girl, but
that is the new title for this episode. Is that lady that went to space?
I like that better.
That's the
one.
one.
That lady that went to space.
You know that lady that went to space. And then kissed the ground when she came back.
10 minutes and then kissed the ground.
Like she thought it was a girl because she liked it. Just saying.
Like I could probably jump longer than you were in space.
She didn't go to space. It was fake. Remember, it's like the moon landing.
Oh wait, we're on a completely different podcast now.
Right.
All right. So that's Blue Apple Blue that I said. I didn't know they graduated. Congratulations, Mazel Tov, whatever. It's fine.
I don't think that's what you say when someone graduates.
Maybe if it's a VTuber, you don't know. You don't know it's a VTuber.
You're right. I don't know anything about VTubers.
He also says
maybe that's expected.
I understand why the prices of games and gaming systems are increasing in the U.S., but why is it increasing for the rest of the world? With the dollar weakening, American products and labor should be cheaper. The Xbox system and its games should be cheaper for the rest of the world. First off, the Xbox is not made in America. Throw that out there for you. Secondly, it's because
the parts definitely aren't made here.
Yeah.
Or sourced here.
And secondly, the reason why it's going up everywhere else is because welcome to the world where everybody pays for America's shit.
Yep. I mean, it boils down to greed for sure, because they could just price it up here and have everybody else the same and whatever else. But it's easier just to sweep it across the board. Nope, everybody's paying it. Fuck it, we getting all of this. Like I don't. This whole situation is just really fucked up, and it's so messed up.
But you know, it could be the Pope.
Yeah, that's Catholic. Like. Whatever. Let me stop because I don't want us to lose listeners. I apologize.
Do you really think that they stuck around?
Well, that's right. We're deep in the show now.
They should have figured it out by now.
He also wants to know our thoughts on Polygon and Giant Bomb, which we kind of touched on already.
Yeah. I hate anybody losing their job.
Yeah. And I certainly don't like big corporations coming in because, love or hate Giant Bomb, they did their own shit. And if you try to stop them from doing their own shit, then that's not really, that's not why people go there.
Right.
So people came there because they liked what those guys did. And if you take that away, then you ain't got shit.
Yep.
All right. Now over to Twitter. I see some stuff from Shogun. He says, okay, Game Pass is on fire, but Towerborn has me in a chokehold. It's a fun beat 'em up, but the hook is the loot. Division 2 vibes with the loot. The only downside is it's a bit of a grind, and I know my friends won't put in time to play it. Definitely worth a play. Well, he's on your side.
Check this out.
You should send me an invite, because I'm looking for people to play with it.
Don't send me an invite, because I'm not playing it. I already deleted it. What?
This guy.
I don't like it. Why would I keep it on my hard drive?
Because you have the space, so why not? You got 37 gigs.
No,
I have terabytes.
8 terabytes.
Way more than gigs. Yeah, there you go.
8 terabytes space. That's not even 40% used.
That's so much space. Jesus Christ.
It's never enough. It is never enough.
Space. Listen, with ship nice. With stuff being as large as Assassin's Creed, was it 120 gigabytes?
Dude, the biggest, you want to know, can you guess what the biggest game on my hard drive is?
Indiana Jones?
No, I actually deleted that. I beat it, so I deleted that.
Oh, okay.
It wouldn't have been anyway.
I don't think it's Overwatch.
No.
Yeah, Oblivion was big.
Call of Duty?
No, I don't have Call of Duty on my hard drive.
He ain't got that. That is huge, though. I don't know. What is it?
Mortal Kombat 1.
Oh, okay. I forgot about that. That is 100
because of the expansions.
174 gigs.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like Call of Duty size.
Yeah, it's fucking... And I don't even have it all installed, so... You know how you can pick what you want to install? In these games, they have 4K story and regular story, so I just install the 4K ones.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Call of Duty is modular like that, which is great. I'm great. Man, excuse me. I'm grateful because, Lord, that...
I thought you said it was Graham great. I was like, Golden Grams?
No, I'm I'm trying to clear my throat. I don't know what the heck happened, but yeah, no, it's just huge. Those games are too big.
It's huge. Giant. Massive. Greatest game ever in the history of the world.
Start with all that.
Oh, fuck. Oh, he also says, here we are, $80 games this holiday. Is the hobby worth the price of admission? I hate to sound like I'm a fanboy, but Game Pass is saving me a lot of money. I'm not too stressed about the games raising prices, because I usually play them after a while. They depreciate fast. CD keys.
Yeah, I buy stuff on there. I'm not necessarily... I mean, I'm upset, sure, that they're going that high, but I have Game Pass, so that's okay. And then the only thing that I'm going to change is I'm going to be more like Ryan, and I'm going to be extremely more picky about what games I buy. So instead of trying to play everything like I currently do, no, because that's too much.
If I had
I'm not able to afford to do all that.
If I had a GIF right now, it would be that you sit on a throne of lies.
What, you think so?
I know you. You're gonna ping me every other day. Hey, do you have this Flark and Blarbadoo game? And I'm gonna be like, where do you?
I heard Flark and Blarbadoo is good, actually.
Wait till the sequel. You have no idea. This motherfucker DMs me all the time. He's like, "You got PR on this game?" I was like, "What even is the fuck this game?"
Yeah, I do. You're absolutely right. And when I say, because I don't hit you up for everything. It's only the stuff that I'm like, oh, I'll write about this. Some stuff I'm like, no, I'm just, I would just buy this. I'm talking about that type of stuff. I'm still gonna hit you up. That's still gonna happen, sure. But I'm talking about the stuff that I'm spending $80 on. No, that type of stuff, and be like, well, that's not really.
I'm gonna say something on this show that's gonna piss off everybody that listens to it. I can't tell you the last time I paid for a full price game.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. See, I can. Well, wait a minute.
Paid full price for Monster Hunter Wilds.
There's Ryan.
Oh, I did too.
And that's
I did
recent.
too.
I have not paid, and that's probably one of the reasons I keep the site going.
But and you know what else though? There also is the benefit of again Game Pass, because Xbox is my main system. PlayStation is just kind of for exclusives. So the majority of the stuff that I would want to play is already on Game Pass. So that saves me money right there. So I'm not spending out of pocket as much as I used to. But with the price of everything else going up, I'm gonna have to be a little tight because I'm on a fucking fixed income. So I got to be a little bit more careful about what I'm spending.
That's why you're not allowed on the plane.
This is why. Right. Ryan was like, "You want a what? A fixed what? Nah, get out of here." I was like, "All right, man."
It's like I don't do charity. What are we talking about here?
You better get off that fixed income and fix your income. You want to get off my plane.
True words. That's what he said, y'all. I was like, damn, that's powerful.
Shit.
All right.
God damn. So you sound like America, Ryan.
Right. Like, that's powerful words. All right, man.
All right. Last tweet says, with the systems going up, I can't recommend buying an Xbox or PlayStation at this point. It's PC from here on out because you get everything. You can create a gaming PC to boot in big picture mode to make it more console-like. It's a wrap for me buying another system after this gen.
And he's not wrong. Like, I've taught, because I know, we've talked ad nauseum about you, like, not wanting to wires and reconnect stuff and whatever for you to make your PC.
I never want to wires. I'm just saying.
I know you don't. You don't never want to do that. But I don't care. Like, I'll play it on PC. Like, I've debated about if I wanted to go back and invest. But again, my issue is not even, because I like building computers. It's not necessarily the cost investment. It's that it requires so much sometimes to play PC games. You have to, they're finicky sometimes, whereas a console, I can put it in and it runs. It might have issues, they put a patch out. But my computer, well, now I got to download this driver. I got to tweak this setting. I got to make this right. You know what I mean? There's all this shit, extra little shit. And unfortunately, I'm an old man, and I think I've outgrown my love of all that shit. I just want to put it in and play. You know what I mean? Like that's
been me. That's been me for a long ass time. And like I know the Steam Deck is very plug and play. But like if you want to get a lot of the weird shit working on that thing, you definitely got to tinker.
Yep, because I had to do that for something like
quite a bit.
Like the only thing I like to tinker with is old games. Like I think I spend more time tinkering with those than actually playing them. So. But yeah, I'm gonna be a console guy, and if Xbox dies or whatever, like I'm not gonna cry. I'm just gonna switch over to PlayStation because all the Xbox games will be there, and hopefully if Xbox hardware dies, Game Pass will be there too. Otherwise, I won't be buying a whole lot of shit.
Yep, I feel it. So, I don't think I'm gonna be out this next gen. I do think that I'll probably get whatever the next Xbox is, but then from then on, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I mean, by that time, we're going to be fucking just playing it off our TVs. Fucking.
Right. At that point.
I'm so tired of this shit. Like, like I joke about the old games, like tinkering with them, but like, just something like peaceful about just booting up a game and just pressing start.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
Like going through some of these tutorials now where this shit's like, well, you need to go over here and jump over this, and then I'm going to give you 47 pages of dialogue about how...
Yep.
Hold on, we got to bring it back.
And you know what?
We got to bring it back. Hey, Mickey, did I tell you, if you press the A button, you will jump over this ledge, and when you jump over this ledge, you can duck under it, and then you can fire a bullet. Hey, Mickey.
Yep. Yeah, it's so many games I have cut off in my old age, because of that type of shit. I'm like, can I just play the game? I'm not 3, okay? I've been around the block. I know that this button is usually jump. This is usually reload. The rest of the shit I'll figure out. Like, can I just play the game?
Hey, Mickey, if you look down at your controller, there's a start button. If you press it, you will begin the game. Make sure not to pick continue if you haven't played the game before. Anyway.
Oh, you ain't lying though. You ain't lying.
There's so many games I fall off of so hard because that shit comes up, and it's like, dude.
Yep. And I'm like, nope. I'm not
need
gonna
it.
do that.
Like, if you don't give me
skip it.
If you don't give me control of the character as soon as I see the character, I'm pissed.
Yep.
Like, let me move the stick and press the buttons to see what happens.
Hey, Mickey, blueprint, like you'd used to build a house. Get it?
Get it? Get it? Oh shit! That's all the news. That's all the games. That's all the tweets we have from this week. I'm excited because it's 30 days till Switch 2. Hopefully, I'll have some shit in line when that thing comes out. Because if I'm still busy like this, Drew just like, the fuck, is he listening?
Yeah. I mean, no. I think he's looking at that Garguru and he's like, the fuck?
Gargura.
I will be on a boat in the Caribbean when my Switch 2 is delivered.
Are you going to have somebody pick it up?
Play it when I get back. It's coming to my parents' house.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was like preparing for this move, and I was just like, we've got to be in this house on June 5th. Like, we have to be in this house on June 5th. So if we sell, we're like, there's a clause in here that we're not leaving until after June 5th. So, because I'm not toying with changing my address on an order that I may not be able to get back.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Anyway, that's it for this week. If you want to tweet at us, it's ZTGD Radio on both Blue Sky and Twitter. And you can send us emails to podcasts@ztgd.com. And this episode goes out to that lady that went to space. Peace, bitches.
Alrighty. And it goes something like this.